At this time, everybody could please rise as our graduates proceed into the auditorium. Everybody could please sit. First of all, if you are following along in your program, I am not Rayanna Mearns. My name is Stephen Barry. I am the Director of the Career and Continuing Professional Education programs here at Carroll Community College, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this truly special night. To begin the program, I would like to introduce our special guests on stage with me this evening. Dr. James Ball, President, Carroll Community College. Karen Merkel, Vice President of Continuing Education and Training. Terry R. Gilliand, Jr., Director of Office of Adult Education and Literary Services at the Maryland Department of Labor Licensing and Regulations. Dennis Frazier, Carroll County Commissioner. Brent Gerard, Constituent Services and Community Outreach from the Office of U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen. Behind Brent, we have Ramona Kunkel. She is Education Program Specialist at the Maryland Department of Labor Licensing and Regulations. The real Rayanna Mearns, Manager of Adult Education Programs at Carroll Community College, and Susan Liebman, our Instructional Coordinator in Adult Education. Thank you all for attending tonight. Additionally, if I could ask all of the adult education teachers, instructors, and staff that are here tonight to please stand and be applauded for your attendance. Thank you all for being here this evening. At the teacher's request, we would like to take a moment to send out our condolences to the family of Kirk Douglas Callis. Kirk was one of our pre-GED students, and his life was ended suddenly this week in a horrific car accident. Our collective thoughts and prayers go out to his family. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. James Ball, President, Carroll Community College, to welcome you to the event.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. It is a real pleasure to be here with you tonight. I have to say that the music that we play around commencement really, I know it sounds kind of corny and, really probably for an educator to say, but that music really gets me going. And, it's because we're celebrating the achievements of individuals who have decided to take on a goal and pursue that goal, sometimes overcoming extreme obstacles, overcoming a lot of fear often, a lot of concern about, can I do this? Can I get through? What happens when I get to the other side? What will people expect of me? Am I touching notes for some of the things you might be feeling right now? And but I have to say, it's that journey that you take. It's setting that goal, it's taking that journey, it's the steps that you take to get there that's the important part. And so tonight is nothing more than celebrating all those steps that you've taken to this point to get here. And you owe yourselves a huge debt of gratitude, and we congratulate you on your achievement. Can I get a round of applause for the graduates? We have 25 graduates this year, although we see, 11 or 12 on the stage, is it? Yeah. And ages ranging from 18 to 50, average age 25. 9 students earned their external diploma. 16 have earned their GED. 19 live in Carroll County, 4 in Baltimore County, 1 in Montgomery, 1 in Frederick counties. We have countries of birth being also, besides the U.S., Argentina and Guyana. So we have a wonderful group of students on the stage. And to you as family members who have encouraged them and supported them along the way, congratulations to you. Thank you for your support of them. And it wouldn't be it wouldn't be unusual for me to say at a time like this that though this is an educational milestone that you're achieving, I hope it's not your last. And just know that as the community's college, and all community colleges serve their communities in this way, we are here for you. We're here for the citizens of the county. We're democracy's college. We're a way to that college education, to that higher education, to that goal for transforming your lives and creating more opportunity in your lives. And we take that role extremely seriously, and we just want to know that we're here for you whenever you need us from here on, and we hope, with all hope, that you'll continue with us. In some kind of degree program, certificate, we have non-credit certificates as well that lead towards certifications in industry and training. We have a lot of opportunities for you. So for you all, congratulations. And as I say, it's one of the favorite things that I do is to celebrate the achievements of our students. I would also like to say you may see me slip out a little bit in a little bit. I'd like to hear from some of our guests tonight, but I have another event to go to. I usually don't throw a party and then leave early, but for tonight I have to go to another party, so it's not for lack of wanting to be here and celebrate with you all. So I celebrate with you right now, and back to Steve.
Thank you, Dr. Ball. Our next speaker will be our Vice President of Continuing Education and Training, Karen Merkel, who will introduce our guest speaker for this evening.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. First of all, to our graduates, congratulations. Wish you all the best. We are all, everyone in this theater is so proud of your accomplishments and of you. I hope you are as proud of yourselves as we are of you, and we certainly do wish you all the best in whatever your next goal is, as Dr. Ball says. Whatever that next goal is for you, go for it. Wish you all the best. It is my honor now to introduce our speaker for this evening, Mr. Terry R. Gilliland, Jr. Mr. Gilliland is the Director of the Office of Adult Education and Literacy Services with the Division of Workforce Development and Adult Learning at Maryland's Department of Labor, Licensing and Regulation, serving in this current role, since March of this year. Mr. Gilliland has extensive experience in education, business, and government. Prior to his current role with the state of Maryland, he was with Laureate Education for 9 years, working in curriculum development and product management leadership positions. His areas of expertise have been adult learning theory, online learning, and pedagogy. Mr. Gilliland co-founded and serves on the board for World Languages 360, a nonprofit organization dedicated to building a multilingual workforce to meet changing global business needs. He also holds volunteer roles with Future Business Leaders of America and Junior Achievement of Central Maryland, and is a member of the American Economic Association. Mr. Gilliland currently serves on the Anne Arundel County Board of Education and previously served as a state delegate in the Maryland General Assembly from 2003 to 2007, where he was a member of the influential House Ways and Means Committee. He's been a board member of the Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation and served as adjunct faculty for Anne Arundel Community College and the Community College of Baltimore County, teaching courses in economics, entrepreneurship, and finance, and we sure hope one day he'll teach at Carroll. We're so happy to have him here with us in Carroll County this evening, so please give a warm welcome to Mr. Terry Gilliland.
Thank you so much. I hate hearing my bio because it then raises the bar, and the expectation is that I ought to give a good talk. But more important than giving a good talk and some words of advice and inspiration is the number one rule of speaking at any commencement exercise. Keep it short. Tonight is a great night for Carroll County. Carroll Community College is celebrating what I think is a remarkable tribute to the graduates who are here tonight. I'm honored to be a small part of it, so thank you for inviting me. What's interesting about attending these graduations is that we're dealing with a myriad of students who've been through multiple paths that led them here tonight to be successful. And when you think about the paths that each have taken in their life, some have had more challenges than others. Some thought, and you don't have to confess now, but some of you may have thought that this night would never come. Some of you saw it as a distant light in the tunnel, and some of you were brave enough to say, you know what, I'm going to be here, I know exactly when I'll be here, and I'm going to make this happen. We each, in our lives, come from different paths and different walkways. But what I think is important when we talk about paths, there's a great quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he says, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." And that concept really talks about being a trailblazer. Leaving a trail means someone else is going to be following in the path that you've created. What will your lasting impression be? What will your lasting impression be? And I ask because of the audience we're in tonight. There is likely an adult or two in this audience who does not have a Maryland high school diploma. And that's okay, because you know what? There's ways of getting it. And for people who believe that it's impossible, I can tell you it's not, because we've got people here tonight who've demonstrated that anything is possible. They overcame challenges, they overcame obstacles, not because those obstacles and barriers fell, but because they pushed those barriers and obstacles down, and they are to be commended for that. So congratulations for doing what you've done. I'm often asked by my students, and again, hearing the bio, I am a finance guy by trade, but education is my passion. And teaching finance, economics, entrepreneurship, I'm always being asked, what advice can you give me? I'm starting my own business, or what advice can you give me because I'm leaving community college and moving on to a four-year degree, or even in my role as a Board of Ed member in Anne Arundel County. Forgive me for being from Anne Arundel County tonight. Tonight I'm a Carroll County resident. But I'm asked by K through 12 students, I'm asked by juniors and seniors in high school who are embarking on their journey, what advice can you give me to succeed? And that's such a broad question because it's very difficult to answer because I don't know what everyone's path may be. But I like to always tell people and remind them that there are a lot of things in life that you can lose and regain. You can lose a job and get another. You can lose money and go make more. And as hard as it is to say, sometimes you can even lose your friends and go get others. But one thing you cannot lose in life and get back is your integrity. And oftentimes you're remembered for your integrity, you're remembered for the character that you bring into the room and you show others by way of demonstrating that that's the way to be. So I share that to close with a quote that I love. It's often said by Dr. Freeman Rabowski, the president of UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And he says, watch your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Watch your words become your actions. Watch your actions become your habits. Watch your habits become your character. And I always like to tell my students when I talk to them about character, is I say, character is your compass to whatever your North Star may be. Character is your compass as you're leading your path, as you're becoming a trailblazer for others. So thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become habits, habits become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
Terry, thank you for those words. Now I would like to invite Sandra Sheffo to come forward. Sandra was selected by the NEDP staff to speak on behalf of the NEDP students and tell us about her journey toward earning her Maryland High School diploma.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Sheffo. I am 35 years old and I currently live in Westminster, Maryland. I earned my diploma through the National External Diploma Program. I heard about the NEDP program through a friend while having a conversation about how I had dropped out of high school. Dropping out was one of my biggest regrets. As a teenager, I never really liked school and decided to drop out because I preferred to wake up early, go to a job and be paid for it, instead of waking up to sit in a boring classroom. I knew that having my diploma would open doors for more career opportunities, as well as being a stepping stone to becoming the person I truly wanted to be. I always knew I wanted to have a career helping people or working with animals. This would require having a diploma and more schooling beyond that. At this moment, I am not sure which route I want to go, but I knew then and I know now that I am on the right path. After dropping out, I tried to get my diploma a few times, but I was unsuccessful because back then the GED was an 8-hour timed test and math was one of the timed subjects. Anyone who knows me knows that math is my worst subject. I knew I could not pass the math, so I eventually gave up. Most jobs require that you have a high school diploma before they will even consider hiring you. So not having that diploma affected me greatly throughout the years. The jobs that were available did not pay well or were for positions I knew I would not be happy in. My friend asked me if I had ever heard of the NEDP program and advised me to look into it. She explained that you complete the program on a computer and in the comfort of your own home. This sounded like a good program to try, considering that I had recently just started a career as a dock and door dispatcher. This new job takes up roughly 12 hours a day from the time I wake up until the time I arrive home. I made a couple phone calls, and shortly after, I enrolled into the program. This turned out to be a great decision for me. The program has several different subject areas and has 70 assignments that you must demonstrate within a 15-month period. Therefore, once a week, I met with my assessor for roughly 1 hour to go over what I had been working on throughout the week. There were a few areas that I had a hard time demonstrating, such as the financial literacy and geography assignments, but a tutor was always available to help me learn and get through it. There were also times when I could not get out of work on time to make my weekly appointment. The staff in the program were always understanding and would work with me to push back my appointment time or to push back the scheduled date if need be. I am extremely thankful for all the ladies in the NEDP program who helped me get through by being patient and understanding. The hardest part about returning to school was trying to set aside time to do schoolwork, retain the information I studied for my weekly appointments, and continue to work long hours at my job. Many times I had to stay up very late to study in order to be ready for my in-office check the next day. The NEDP program turned out to be a better program for me over the GED because of the flexibility of the program. It was suggested that I say what my future looks like now that I have earned my diploma. I can definitely say the future for me now looks bright and positive. It is a future where I get to make the choices I want in my life. It is a future without limitations. My advice to anyone who wants to earn a high school diploma would be, go for it. It is never too late to reach for your goals. You will be proud of yourself in the end for moving forward. I know I am. Thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you, Sandra. Sandra did share with us a little while earlier. She had some reservations about speaking in public, and yeah, you're breathing now. I can see that. But job well done. Very good. Next, I would like to invite to the podium Nicole Diamantopoulos. Nicole was selected by our GED staff to speak about her journey earning her high school diploma. And I got it right?
Yeah. Very good. Hi. I recently started subcontracting at an art restoration company. When I interviewed with the owner and listed my work history, he asked, "Do you have your BFA?" I answered, "No, but I did just receive my GED." I may be 26 years behind, but at age 43, I finally received my GED. I had anxiety over numbers and was diagnosed as having a learning disability in math. I was placed into a special education class and I was forgotten. I ended up giving up on myself and feeling frustrated, and I dropped out of high school in 1991, just 1 year before I was scheduled to graduate. My self-esteem was low, and I do not believe I was capable of graduating. Rather than suffer the embarrassment of having to admit that I needed help, I just quit. I continued on with my life. I worked in arts and home renovation. I worked as a museum quality framer and as a house painter, as well as doing performance art and having several local showings of my paintings. I would often simply lie on job applications stating that I had received my GED in 1992. Over the years, this lie was gnawing at my conscience, and it held me back in many ways. At age 40, I started to explore other career options. I realized that by not receiving my high school diploma, I had limited myself. I could not move forward towards trade schools or colleges without this single piece of paper stating I had completed the first steps. I made a few attempts at getting my GED on my own, but with close to zero study skills and feeling pretty isolated, it just never happened. I became very involved in politics in 2016 and started doing research. I enjoyed doing research so much that I decided it was all I wanted to do. I started looking into programs at community colleges and online to amp up my research skills and hopefully find a career. The problem was, for any of these things, you needed your GED. My wife also received her GED at age 40 and encouraged me to look into adult education classes in our area. I finally decided on Carroll County Adult Education. I called the front office and scheduled for classes. I was very nervous and intimidated when I first walked through the doors. I had not been in a classroom for 26 years, and I had doubts that I would be able to accomplish my goals. The teachers and staff were encouraging and ready to answer questions and help each individual find their best study methods. As my confidence grew, I found myself taking pleasure in dividing fractions and finding the surface area. Each time I passed a portion of the GED program, a teacher would congratulate me and my confidence would grow. When a student would fail a test, everyone would encourage them to just try again. I worked diligently at studying at home and look forward to coming to classes. I left the math portion for the final test, as this was also my weakest area and what I feared the most. I finally set the date and decided to just go for it. I couldn't believe that I had finally passed all of the tests and was about to finally receive that piece of paper, my GED, that had held me back for so many years. I can't say enough wonderful things about the Carroll County Adult Education classes, so I'll just say thank you to all the teachers and staff, and encourage anyone who has left that piece of paper waiting to take that first step and leap forward. Your goals are reachable. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. This is my third graduation here at Carroll Community College, and I always love to hear from the students. Both of you did very good. Thank you so much for that. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Brent Gerard to the podium. Brent is going to read a citation that is going to be presented to the graduates tonight on behalf of Senator Christopher Van Hollen.
Thank you. Community colleges are pillars of our community, and Carroll Community College is no exception. They allow so many people to broaden their horizons and increase their opportunities for themselves and their families. On behalf of Senator Van Hollen, I'm very proud to present each of the graduates a senatorial citation to congratulate them on their hard work and encourage more successes like them. The citation reads, "In celebration of your graduation from the adult education program at Carroll Community College, with appreciation for your determination to face challenges with courage and commitment, and with best wishes for your continued success, congratulations, signed U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen."
Thank you, Brent. Now for the moment our graduates have worked so hard for. Are you ready to award some diplomas? Yeah, okay. Well, graduates, if I could ask you to please rise. In a moment, you'll be led behind stage. You will cross the stage to receive your diplomas. I would ask when you come back to your seats to please stay standing. And Susan and
Maria Oriola. Brittany Burhorst. Sandra Sheffo. Austin Childers. Nicole Diamantopoulos. Diamantopoulos. Ernest Dudlau. Gerald Gore. Catherine Laux. Zion Mesa. Josh Morals. Jorgelina Jaquelina Muchella. Kristen Murray.
I love the hooping and the hollering. Let's give it one more round of applause. Now, graduates, you have just one more task to complete before you're allowed to leave here tonight. That's to grab that tassel and move it from the right to the left. Congratulations. You can be seated. Families, friends, and staff, the graduates want you to know how important you were to their success. Without your support, our graduates may not be here tonight. They truly acknowledge that many of you were backup babysitters, last-minute emergency rides to class. You continually provided words of encouragement when things got tough, and you kept them motivated. This remarkable group of individuals want to share their special day with you. They have prepared statements of gratitude that we have compiled into a PowerPoint presentation. So at this time, our graduates are going to leave the stage, and they're going to join you in the audience. Guests, if I could ask you to do the same thing, and we're going to watch this tremendous presentation. Across this way.
figure out how to jump the wall. I wanna live and learn, don't matter if I land or if I fall. I know on my return, at least I know I'll be walking tall. I'm not afraid, 'cause I take the world by storm. Travel. Why should we die where we were born? Some roads are laid with gravel. Sometimes you gotta build your own. I wanna tear down boundaries. I wanna greet my enemies. I wanna see what I haven't seen, 'cause I know there's more. I take the world by storm. I take the world by storm. I don't have any answers. The more I know, the more I know. I don't know where I'm going.
How powerful was that? That's why we're here. Before we conclude this evening, I want to take a moment to again thank the staff, the instructors, and all of the assistants over the adult education program. Without their efforts, none of this would be achievable. I would also like to say a special thank you to our staff who helped make sure that our graduation ceremony tonight was one of the best ones we've had. So I wanted to thank them and give a round of applause. Now, if I could ask the audience to stand one more time as our graduates leave the auditorium. After they have processed out, we have refreshments in the Great Hall. Our staff will be able to help assist you to get there. Thank you all so much for coming tonight.